Start. Start. They are live. We are live. We are live. Alive. We are live in hell. Oh wait. We make a game, right? We make a team play. Team play? Team play X-Kit. Jasudiem. Join. That is, are we are live? We don't need Discord, eh? No Discord, no Discord, no Discord. Non necessary, non necessary. Just what we use an image of Darius because Darius is here. Darius is here. But Darius is here. We have put an image of Darius, Lord Darius. Excuse me, Lord Darius. His lordship. His lordship. See? His lordship. His lordship, Darius. He's indeed in disgrace. His disgrace. There's some signature there. So too much light. Not necessary. Make it milder. Hello, Ale. I suggested Discord because we can talk. Typing not so much fun. Typing takes time. Typing is clunky. Is what do you call that in English? Is bothersome. The Lord himself is in the back. That's the Lord. The Lord is feeding. There's a lot of feeding utensils on the table. We were feeding. So, did you see? I show you the proclamation of Lord Darius. He's the his lordship. Let's focus the camera on your host tonight. I'm the host. The host. Okay, so now we enter lobby. That's how we do it here. We enter lobby and we join. Is game made? We enter the game. And how is it going, Ale? You are in the countryside, right? In the countryside, 16 degrees Celsius. Cats, dogs. What else? Not much else, I think. Have you been artsy or just student? Just student. I mean, mainly student. Lord, can I join, my lord?
Yeah.
My lord. What's the name, my lord?
The same. All the same.
My lord. Thank you, my lord. Yes, my lord. Join. I'm following Can I say following? Um, an unofficial protocol? I don't find the word. But the idea is I'm trying, as it is very important, to strengthen my vagus nerve. And that means being grateful, saying thank you, smiling, joking. In general, what my family doctor said, think positively. It's therapeutic and it works. So now it's I'm very happy to be here with you all and doing my therapy. Oh, shut up. Don't be a puss. You can do anything here. Where is the Lord himself? He is in the desert. Let's join him. We have to kill the big bug.
Canyon of Maji.
The last waypoint, honey.
Canyon.
Baby! It's the last waypoint, my dear. You press Q and find out the triangle. You need to enter triangular grave.
Is triangular.
It's never the same. A beautiful aura. It's again a beautiful aura. Well, I enjoy your very beautiful, happy, quite positive aura. You exude candy. You exude sweetness. Do you remember that guy? There is that guy who dresses in a purple bathrobe. It's not a bathrobe, but I don't know the name. Who compliments people, random people on the street. You know? I don't know his name. He says that he's being deployed by a person who is responsible for a society of greeting people. I have him on Instagram. So he goes around town and he compliments random people for random things. And it's really uplifting. I love it. Well, I don't know how to recommend it at this moment. What to call it? What's his name? Some well-intentioned dude. Very positive. Very deployable. I see the desert is infested. But, oh God! Look at that! Look down there. It's terrible environment. Don't bring your children to the desert. There's little I can do. It's unapproachable. And my friend, my team, is nowhere near this invasion. Oh, I lost my henchman! He died in the conflagration. I must go! Holy shit, you don't look very well. You got your ass kicked severely. Righto? What a terrible situation. Infestation situation. Let me drop my rune in my stash. My pocket. Well then. I got him back from the dead. And what's going on? Oh. Fix yourself. What are you doing? Oh. Transfer some life. Talk to Farah. She gives you some life. Maybe I should talk to her too. See if there's anything to repair. And then... Oh, I can't wait to go back to hell. Lovely music.
Oh, why I'm years old?
In hell. Oh wait.
But my henchman is not here. Why is not here? Because I don't have money. Get.
Let's collect some potions. Super healing, super mana. What else do I need? Up here is the bugs. Look at them. Look how vital they are. This harsh environment is suiting them. Ugh. Disgusting. What do you call these guys in English? The guys who kill bugs. What's the name?
Test.
Pest control. We are pest control. We are pest control for super large ghost. Hello, Lieutenant. Welcome. We missed you. Come, Lieutenant. Enter with us. Enter here. Enter. Look how we are old. I am 79. Darius is 72. So let's pest control here. Let's come. Bring your beautiful shouting barbarian. Bring. Let's. Oh, you have pest control on the stove. Time. Why do you eat when it's time to work? It's time each day at 9. It's time and you eat. I don't know. Is this real or is it code for I'm not in the mood? We want barbarian. Okay. Eat your spaghetti. Quick. Forget your spaghetti. Quick. So what now? We have triangle, right? Triangle is the big bug. This is the moon. This is a chest. What's this? Dead bodies, great axe. What else? Circle. Darius, what do you think? Since they opened the museum. Ah, I forgot to show you. We were very excited. They opened the new museum in Egypt, right? The huge museum, right? Darius, are you there?
Yeah.
They opened the museum. And I get videos on Instagram, I think, of people stepping into the water. People are stepping into the decorations and being very silly because they don't see the water and they just step on it. There is safety concerns. People look at the place, they look around, they look up, and they step into decorative pools by accident. Can you imagine? How silly. But, of course, Egyptian. Sure. This is it.
Where do you see the triangle, Dina?
I see the triangle. I have... Look, let's go outside. Let me show the triangle. Focus. Focus here. Look, my golem is looking at the triangle.
Oh, so little, so small.
It's so little, so small. It's archaeology.
Eagle eye.
Yes. Well, it was filled, yeah. What I wanted to discuss was whether we can go visit. Holy shit! What the fuck? My volume shot up all of a sudden. was curious. What's the enthusiasm drop rate? I mean, when can we visit? Can we, people who don't want to see other people, when can we visit the museum? What? How many years from now on? You understand my point? When is it safe to visit? Does anyone know how much we have to wait? How long does one have to wait before they go to Egypt and visit the museum? How long? 1 year? 2 years? No, I don't talk about safety. No. I'm talking about people. I'm talking about overcrowding. I'm talking about not being able to, like the Louvre. You have to wait at the queue. You have to go wait outside. It's really bad.
Oh,
I passed through the door. My God. Oh, they killed my idiot henchman. And I'm dying too. I'm not dead. I'm kicking vessels.
pitching.
Kicking things is behaving strangely when he's about to die. Begins to kick. He begins to kick jars right before death. So that's today's question. How long must you wait until the novelty wears out? You know? When will people get tired of the museum and we can finally go ourselves?
2-3 weeks.
To what? 3 what?
2-3 years.
Oh. I would think it takes longer. But why is the Louvre always in high demand?
It's accessible. Easy access.
Is not in the next year. Well, that's optimistic. I'm saying that's an optimistic assessment. I would think more. I would think you need to wait longer. But yeah, this is a new hype. It's Tutankhamun's treasure is all out there. They put it all out for viewing, things that have never been seen before. So it's totally new in some respects. Just like you said, the hype. But a year, that's optimistic. Let's see. Well, we'll see. Now we have launched this supposition and we'll see. Well, so my question would be next. Oh, the henchman. Fuck the henchman. Fuck him greatly. I want to fuck him twice. He's eating up all my money. So my next question would be, if there's not so many tourists at the museums in general, that means they go to the seaside, the tourists. They don't care about museums so much. Although that's the only thing I see in the media. That's there's a difference, I think. Yeah, but how much can you see of the pyramids? They're very tight. It's a small space. There's nothing inside. Have you been in there? In the pyramids? Have you been? Have you entered? Luxor is far. Isn't it far away to the south? Or am I wrong? And Aswan. I used to know these things. I was very passionate about Egyptian religion, the old one. It's interesting. You've been into the pyramids? Is that the yes? Is that what you're yesing here? They died again. They died again. They're dead again. 3 times. Look at how they die, how easily they get killed. This level is insane. I'm wasting all my money on revival. So you've been into the pyramids. How weird that we never talked about it. They are fascinating as a structure. And I'm of the opinion, like many others who have launched this, that they're not burial monuments, temples. They're not what people say they are. And anyone who says otherwise gets banned from researching.
Oh, you closed the poster.
I did. Should I make another one? There you go.
Thank you.
What's up here? Down here. What the hell are they doing? Let's find the main bug with our pest control team. Ghostbusters. I don't think that fits. I can't do anything to this one. It's immune to magic. Luckily, my henchman could dispatch him. I don't think it fit. Ghostbusters. I don't think these are ghosts. Oh, Jesus. I'm thinking of the pyramids as something to do with the water. Something about electricity, pumping water. So they're like tools, building. But maybe the people at the time were much more spiritual. So think of what do you call that? Energy plant being highly decorated. But anyway, there was a lot of water. It used to be a green paradise. The orifice has been penetrated and the hole is somewhere here. See? Where is the hole? Oh, you need... No, I did that in a private game. You should bring your stick because my stick is... I don't have the stick. I don't have the stick. I put my stick in the orifice long ago and the wall is closed up. Look.
I have this.
See, the walls, they're not penetrate. Oh, you have the stick. It's gonna be here, I think. But I'm going to use my fence. No offense, but I'm going to fence him in. We're going in? Are we going in? Are you coming? Yes? Let's go in. Nice, Golem. Thanks for your support. Oh, my henchman went to fucking hell. Enjoy.
Your golem is very strong.
It is? My henchman is very dead. That's what he does. He dies. Dies easily. Let's see these war boots if the screen stops shaking. Oh, what is this? I need so much strength to wear these. Magic. Do you have strength 125? 125?
Yes.
Do you want this junk? Bitter spur war boots. War boots. There's nothing else to look at.
Oh, it's boots.
They require a lot of strength.
Improve with this. Oh, yo, yo. Very good status.
He failed. Like, yeah, we tried and failed. Turns out we are more than human. Our pest control team is mysteriously strong. Oh. Of course, time is running out. This sounds like a scam. Time is running. I mean, usually when time is running out, it's either they got something to sell or you've got something they want for free. So, should we take a photo? No, let photo opportunity. This is beautiful photo, right? Turn to your face to the camera. We take a photo with Angel, with Failure Angel. Let me show my face with Angel, Failure Angel.
Mr. Angel.
I can't turn around. You're blocking my opportunity. Okay, then no focus. Just Angel. Okay, sit. Everyone sit. Calm.
Mr. Angel.
Okay, we took a photo. Now we can proceed to where? Just town. Just to town.
Nothing to explore here.
Okay, it's fine.
No chest to chest, nothing here.
Don't beat yourself over it. Not even angels could stop this maggot. It's tough being a hero. Talk to the big boy at his little temple. His tiny little temple. Look at him. Yeah, sure. Look who's telling me. Oh, your thanks is a great reward for me. I get free lodging. Where is Mischief? Come on, Palatine. Let's go to the jungle. Yeah, talk. Sail east. Let's go.
Sail east.
Hold any button. Hold the button. The hardest button to button.
Dale east, Mashiach.
Oh.
Come to the Akut tree.
You don't say. It's plastics. Yeah. I don't know. Do I have enough plastics? Thank you for tip. Darius, Lord, my lord.
Yeah.
Do we have enough plastics?
For what?
For tomorrow, plastic day.
Plastic day.
I don't think we have enough plastics.
The chest is not
Not
fill up.
not over brimming. It's fairly full. It's kind of full, but it could be fuller. I won't be doing the podcast tomorrow. I'm not in town. I'm going to another town tomorrow.
You can do just chat.
Just set shit.
Just chat.
Just shit. I don't know. Can I?
Okay. Just chat.
What's the quest log saying? I'm completed and nothing new to go on. Should we switch to just chat?
Yeah.
It's time. It's time to switch. Don't good day me. So we done the first 2 towns. Now we can switch to talking, chatting. I'm gonna switch to part 2. I'm switching to part 2. The switch is underway. The switch, we are switching. We are switching to part 2. Welcome to the wardrobe. The wardrobe. Welcome to the wardrobe. We are just chatting from now on. Whatever is there to chat about. Just cheating. I'm cheating. Cheating on Diablo. Done. And YouTube. I've got these 3 platforms to update. YouTube is entertainment, isn't it? Okay. Look at this. Look how gorgeous this is. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. We are going to do astrology, huh?
Yeah.
So, no more playing, no more gaming. Just chatting. It's just chatting. And I think we're going to do astrology with Archie as advertised. Let me get Archie for you. Let's get Archie in the loop. Oh, somebody's excited. Somebody's got their antennas up. Let's get Archie. Let's summon Archie. Come, Archie. Talk to us, Archie, big boy. Archie, big boy. It's Archie, big boy. Now I have to exit the game. Let's exit the game. How does one do that? Does one do that? Save and exit. There's no way to exit without saving. Exit the lobby. Exit the game. Ali, what do you think about my TV? I think the fish needs shadow. You can't really distinguish the fish from the mileo. I'm exiting the game, but it is stuck. It went kaput. Na na You like the setup? You like it? Yeah. Hipster. Isn't it nostalgic? Is hipster and nostalgia the same thing? Okay. YouTube video. What is YouTube video all about? Properties. I'm working my OBS here. My streaming program. Mars something. Okay. Yes, it's Archie. It's Archie. Let's let him talk. I will mute my microphone.
Thursday, November the 27th, 2025. I probably am not going to go on for too long in this video. There isn't a great deal to talk about. There is, however, a semi-square between Mars and Pluto. This semi-square is potentially quite heavy duty. I mean, it can be about power and how we assert ourselves, and perhaps also about our fear of power. And at the end of this video, I'll be having a look at this aspect and what it might mean, and I'll have a few example charts. But anyway, let me get on with the astrology and the I Ching for today. So here is the chart for today, which is Thursday, November the 27th, 2025. Of course, as usual, this chart is set for New York at noon. Top right, we've got Mars and Pluto. Not a very imaginative visual, but just wanted to emphasize the point that this Mars semi-square Pluto is probably the main aspect of the day. By the way, don't forget to like and subscribe if appropriate. So as far as the chart is concerned, the moon is in late Aquarius at noon in New York, so it's getting ready to move into Pisces. And as far as when it moves into Pisces, well, London time this evening at 7:24 p.m. the moon moves into Pisces. So that does bring a bit of a change. When the moon moves into Pisces, we don't have any traditional planets in air signs, and we have the moon back in a water sign. And when the moon is in Pisces, it is in mutual reception with Jupiter, because the moon is in Pisces, which is Jupiter's sign. Jupiter is, of course, in Cancer. So there are certainly some advantages of the moon moving into Pisces. And if you're in the Americas, then late morning, early afternoon. Well, late morning if you're in California, for example, the moon will move into Pisces. Early afternoon if you're in New York. So that is an important changeover. Now, before the moon moves into Pisces, the moon is making a square to. Does make a square to Mercury and a square to Venus, probably sort of earlier in the day. And I mean, those two aspects. Oh, also a square to Uranus. The square to Uranus might be of some importance because when the moon makes a square to Uranus, it's also making a square to Venus. So we've kind of got a bit of a T-square going on with Venus opposition with Uranus on the T. I mean, I think that the moon will emphasize that Venus-Uranus opposition. And so if you've got Venus-Uranus opposition, well, what does that mean? It means perhaps something about relationships, how people get on with each other. I do understand that today, Thursday, is Thanksgiving. So if you're in the United States, well, happy Thanksgiving. But when it is Thanksgiving, I assume it can potentially be a day which is quite high pressure, I mean, that's often the case with holidays like Christmas and Thanksgiving. You know, families come together, and if there have been any sort of latent tensions, they can sort of come under the microscope. And with Venus opposition Uranus, you know, that probably isn't great. I mean, particularly, well, if you're in the Americas, that would be sort of earlier in the day. So if you're in the Americas, you could argue that, you know, you should kind of focus on the last part of the day. You know, wait for moon to move into Pisces before taking Thanksgiving seriously. You know, an early Thanksgiving would not necessarily be a good Thanksgiving, but I think that the majority of people watching this video are not in the United States. I think just about, I think something like 40% of my viewers are in the United States, so 60% aren't. So Venus opposition Uranus, it can say something about relationships, how people get on with one another, and you know, there might be a few disputes, personalities might clash, and the moon moving through late Aquarius might really bring that into focus. And it might all be intensified by the fact that Mars is making a semi-square to Uranus. So there's Mars at 16 Sagittarius making a, sorry, did I say Pluto? Mars is making a semi-square to Pluto. And Mars semi-square Pluto, you know, can be about power. Who's got the power? Who hasn't got the power? Who's trying to get the power? And how do we assert ourselves? What do we keep secret? What do we reveal? And the question of boundaries, you know, might be quite important with this Mars semi-square Pluto. Additionally, Mars at the moment is, you know, very close to true Black Moon Lilith. Now, when we're talking about Black Moon Lilith, you know, you do have to remember that there is a difference between true Black Moon Lilith and mean Black Moon Lilith. I think I'll talk about Black Moon Lilith in greater detail at the end of the video when I talk about Mars semi-square Pluto, because it's kind of all part of the same thing. But you know, with Mars conjunct true Black Moon Lilith, yeah, things can come to the surface, and there can be sort of anger in certain places. And you know, what is one angry about? Well, if it's true Black Moon Lilith, it could be quite dark, and it could be about the past, and it could be about what people have done in the past. Perhaps people have been offended about what happened, something that happened 10 years ago, 20 years ago with true Black Moon Lilith. But Mars true Black Moon Lilith, it can be quite mean, I would have thought. It could be about, you know, things taking place that, you know, aren't always particularly pleasant. So that's a broad picture for New York as a representative, you know, of the Americas. And turning to Australia and New Zealand, here's a chart for Sydney.
Ale, are you there? Is you still present? Are we doing the reading for Cancer? Where is Cancer? Are you ready for Cancer? Yes, Cancer. Cancer now. Now is Cancer.
Cancer. The day probably starts off, I won't say slowly, but I'll say in a way that it will start off in a way where you are somewhat unsure of yourself. You're not quite sure what you're supposed to be doing, and you can come up with, you know, all sorts of reasons why things might not be perfect, and you're not going to just want to completely let go, and that's going to be your approach. And you know, there could indeed be things that you have to bother with. Maybe other people are going to be a bother. It could be that you just have doubts about whether something is wise. And you can certainly see the potential. You can see all the great things you could be doing, but do you really want to get involved? And so a cautious approach to begin with, I think, would be advisable. And if you're in Australia and New Zealand, maybe you should have a cautious approach all day long. I mean, if you're in Australia and New Zealand, the moon is in Aquarius throughout the day, and it's making a square to Uranus, and so with that square to Uranus, some people could be problematic, and they might not be reliable. And you're trying to do what you love, but even then it's difficult. So ideally, Cancer, you would not create a situation for yourself where you could be let down. And if you feel cautious, then I think that is the right approach. But then the moon moves into Pisces. So moon moving into Pisces, well, if you're in California or British Columbia, that will be sort of late morning. In the East Coast, New York, it would be early afternoon. In Europe, it would be early evening. But whenever the moon does move into Pisces, I do think that there will be an improvement. Perhaps quite a rapid improvement. Moon, in Aquarius, is under pressure. It's square Uranus, but when it moves into Pisces, the moon is in mutual reception to Jupiter by sign, and so that's very fortunate. And also moon in Pisces. It's a water sign. You're feeling good about yourself, and also you can see possibilities. So, at the beginning of the day, you might see that there are no possibilities, or think that there are no possibilities. But when the moon changes sign, things start to open up, and you can sort of contemplate variety and not being worried about change. So, Cancer, the day does get better as it goes along. And so you shouldn't assume, when you get out of bed, that it's going to stay like that. Things are definitely going to improve. And so, don't give up. Don't think that it's all a waste of time. Don't think that you won't be appreciated, or that you haven't got opportunities, or you're being frustrated. That's not the way it's going to end up. And so, be prepared to sort of see it through, and give people a chance. To begin with, some people might just seem really hopeless and unsupportive, and they might not seem to have much energy. But things do very much change, and it's not just your environment changing; it's you changing. I think that to begin with, you're going to find it difficult to be positive and enthusiastic, but by the end of the day, you find your groove, and so it really is worth sticking with it. And if you're in the United States, then I think that Thanksgiving should be fine, provided you don't celebrate Thanksgiving too early. But I don't know when people celebrate Thanksgiving in the United States, what the key moment is. I mean, it's not a precise moment, but I think it can be quite a fun day, wherever you are. Unless you're in Australia or New Zealand. If you're in or East Asia, then that is different, because the moon does not move into Pisces until tomorrow, Friday. Leah.
All right. So that was Cancer. Let's move on to Libra. If there's any requests, I can accommodate. I'm Libra. Look here, Libra.
Mars is semi-square Pluto, and that is an important aspect, and it could be an aspect that has quite a powerful influence on a day. So if we think about Mars semi-square Pluto, that might say something about other people's behavior and how you perceive other people's behavior. I mean, Mars, after all, is ruler of Aries, which is your opposite sign. And so with Mars semi-square Pluto, it might seem that not everyone is being reasonable, and they might want attention, but it may go further from that. They might also want to assert their power, and in the process of asserting their power, be taken seriously. And so how far do you want to go with this? I think, Libra, you need to perhaps take certain people with a pinch of salt. Just because someone wants to be taken seriously, wants to be the center of attention, wants to be the one with the power, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to listen to them. You can give them some attention, but you don't have to give anyone too much attention. And instead, Libra, think about what you would like to be doing. And at the moment, Libra, there are things you can do which are really quite clever, and which are fundamentally connected with who you are. They are sort of a natural expression of your many talents, and you express it all very well. And if you give yourself the chance, what you don't want to happen is to be distracted halfway through. So you're involved in doing something that is important to you, and someone thinks that you should be listening to them or dropping everything you're doing to focus on something else. And that would not be desirable. So perhaps you do need to be very clear about what you're doing today. And the key thing is that you do what you're best at. You let other people do what they're best at, and at the same time you tune into your own talents, and I think that you can do that very well. And once you get some positive feedback, you realize that you are being clever, you're being appreciated for being clever, then things really do start to move. So I think, Libra, you need to be firm there. You should not be giving up everything because someone else wants attention. That would be a waste of time. It would be undesirable, and on your part, it might take some organization. You need to make sure that you're in an environment where you can be seen in the best possible light, and not just seen, but you can actually give yourself the chance to really demonstrate your many talents, because they are very real. And when the moon moves into Pisces, okay, it might not move into Pisces until tomorrow if you're in Australia or New Zealand, but if you're in Europe or the Americas, particularly the Americas, the moon will move into Pisces. And when the moon moves into Pisces, it makes a mutual reception to Jupiter. And so this perhaps gives you a chance to really concentrate on the things that matter to you, and your ability to organize things is going to be good. And the question is, what do you have to organize? It may be that you just have to organize yourself. You have to create for yourself the best possible environment, somewhere where you feel comfortable, and also where you can do something of real quality, and that goes back to your talents and what you're good at. And it's not a day for doing something you might be somewhat good at, but there's always someone that can do it better than you. It's not that kind of day. You need to perhaps pursue excellence. You can be excellent in certain areas. In other areas, it's just okay. And so some degree of focus, Libra, I think today could be important, because you don't want to waste the opportunities. And when we're talking about fate and free will, it could just be a day which is a bit of a nothing, where nothing happens, where there might have been opportunities but they don't come together. It could be that kind of day, but it needn't be that kind of day. And yeah, it just might be about the pursuit of excellence, where you are excellent, just concentrating on what you're good at. And if you can do that, then I think that you can really turn things round. Scorpio.
Hello, Soy. Welcome to the astrology bit. Yeah, we switched. The original plan is to have half an hour gaming and then half an hour whatever, just chatting. Ale, meet Soy. Soy, meet Ale. Ale is a friend. Soy is a friend.
Yeah.
Shake hands.
Same age.
Same age? What age? What age, honey? 31? 32? 30?
Almost.
30? A little bit of 30? Ale is Cancer. Soy is Leon. Soy, you want Leon? 31. 31 is. Ale is 31. Soy, want you Leon? You interested in Leon? Yes, no? Press yes, press no. We're waiting. The typing. Pack. Pack, what mean? Yes. Press yes. Okay, we shall listen to Leon.
Leo. If you look at what's going on astrologically, you will see that the Sun is still on the Venus-Mars midpoint. That matters, of course, because Sun is your ruler. So looking at the Sun, there's the Sun in Sagittarius, and it's on either. It's got Venus and Mars, on either side of it. So there's the Sun in Sagittarius. You can see that it's approximately 9 minutes from Venus and around 9 degrees from Venus and 11 degrees from Mars. So the Sun still on the Venus-Mars midpoint. And this is a midpoint that's important because it's direct, and it also represents two wide conjunctions. The Sun is conjunct Venus, it's conjunct Mars, very wide conjunctions. But because the Sun is exactly on the midpoint, these two conjunctions come into action and they make themselves felt. And with this aspect, you're able to be quite charming. People are interested in you. People will like you. People will gravitate towards you. And so, don't hide your light under a bushel. You really can, be yourself, and whatever you do, you're likely to get favorable attention. And so, don't give up on other people, and don't underestimate the impact you are having. Although that doesn't mean to say that you want to be totally sociable, all day long. I mean, the moon is, moon starts the day in Aquarius. It does start, so that starts today in your opposite sign, and with the moon moving through Aquarius, other people do matter to an extent. but other people can seem at times irritating. I mean, the moon in Aquarius is, it's making a square to Venus, it's making a square to Uranus, and so things might not appear to be too smooth. And why would that be the case? Well, it might be the case because you're inclined to take other people too seriously. You might be very charming and you might have the ability to be assertive, but you might not want to use that power, and instead you could find yourself being pulled this way and that, having to worry about outside pressures, what other people want, what they don't want, and that would not really be the right approach. And as the day progresses, as the moon moves into Pisces, things do change. When moon moves into Pisces, it's a time, Leo, when I think that you will start taking yourself more seriously. You're less prepared to give in to other people's demands, and you're starting to think about what you want. And if you're very sure that you know what you want, then everything becomes very straightforward, because right now, Leo, you're able to project yourself, because of that sun remaining on the Venus-Mars midpoint. You're able to project yourself as an attractive and charismatic person who should get their way, and I think that certainly is the case. And in order to get your way, you have to have some awareness of the emotional dynamics. There are a lot of things going on emotionally, and you can see them, but just because things are happening emotionally doesn't mean it's a bad thing. I think actually it could be quite a good thing, because Leo, you're going to have a good awareness of the emotional dynamics, and it may even be an uncharacteristic awareness. I mean, Leo is not known to be an especially emotional sign, but your understanding of what's going on emotionally right now is going to be good. And if need be, Leo, I think that you should be able to sort of manipulate the situation so that it runs in your favor. Virgo.
So that's that. Now you know. I was really busy with this tennis ball. This is the only kind of tennis I play. I am currently suffering with back pain. And is it 2 weeks already, Lord Darius? Is it 2 weeks since I've been having this issue with the back? Huh? Yes, yeah, probably. It's costochondritis. It's a terrible thing, because it hurts in the front. It hurts in the chest, but the problem is in the back. Guess what? It took me a while, like 2 weeks, to figure this out, to self-diagnose. No pills worked, no kind of pills. I had tested all of them. They don't work. And then you just take a tennis ball, you put it behind you, and you dance. And there's some painful spots that need to be addressed. And that works, and so no pain in the front. Thank you thank you. You're a sweetheart. Thank you so much. It's terrible to have costochondritis. It's terrible. It only works with, the pain only decreases with steroids or back massage. So you can choose, I suppose. The back massage is very painful though. So, do you have topics for tonight? Do we talk about anything? Is anyone interested in anything to discuss? Or do you have videos we should check out? Topics? This is the just chatting bit, or creative, or whatever. this is the part of the program that is free range socializing. Any suggestions? Suggestions? You have suggestions? While playing Diablo, we discussed a little bit. I mean, I did, mostly. The new museum in Egypt. The new museum that is causing it has some victims already. Because some people are stepping into the water. You know, Arab world. The Arab world is in what should we call it? Is an image crisis in the Arab world. They have the pyramids, they've got all these treasures, but they can't just put them on a shelf. There has to be a lake in the middle of the museum. There has to be a lake. How else are you going to showcase a big statue? I think it's a competition in the Arab countries, starting with Dubai. You agree? Beautiful, beautiful. Do you want to talk on? Do you want voice, Discord? Speaking, talking, debating? Words without text? Get no answer. Let's check. Check Discord. I'm in the lounge. Well, so yeah, I was I just figured. Oh, you're playing. Oh, okay, okay, no problem. So I'll just talk to myself a bit. They have built this Dubai place, and then they built good, great. They built this town, this line, the line.
It's not in Dubai.
Where is
It's
that?
another country.
What country? Some Arab world, in the Arab countries.
Yeah.
So they making these mirage buildings. So it's the line, it's Dubai, it's what else is there? It's this new capital, New Cairo capital. It's got a name, Neom, something like that. It's a weird name. At least in Romanian, it's weird. So they're investing a lot in the desert, building and building and building. And already one such mega project went to shit. It's the line, right? Went to shit. They built a ruin, basically. They have too much money. I'm not saying Egypt has too much money, but they have to. Because otherwise the other Arabs will laugh. So they make this beautiful new... They make a new museum, right? To showcase Tutankhamun full treasure. And they put statue in the middle of a lake. And there's... What do you know? There's funny videos of people stepping into the water. They step into the decor in an unfortunate way. I hope it's not deep. So that was the tangential, because me and Lord Darius, we were in Diablo II investigating the Egyptian-inspired area, the second act in the desert, looking for the real Tal Rasha tomb. An hour ago, more, yeah, 30 to 40 minutes ago. Math isn't really my strong suit, so don't check. Well, that's kind of it. I said what I wanted to say. We listen to Archie. Archie is always great. He's got also a background in psychology, so that's why he presents this astrological stuff in a human manner, in a psychological manner. It's not just superstition. It's more than that. It's more than superstition. The Lord, yes. Lord is beardless.
Beer is itchy.
Lord is beardless. He has this psoriasis leper. His face is coming off regularly. So
forever young.
He's got, he's regenerating at an alarming rate. His blood is O negative, and he's never gonna die. Where else? Is there another place for this disease? Does it go inside? So he gets itchy. And he has to remove his facial hair. Before we met, he had some long hair. He wore his hair a bit long, but he wasn't that balanced. He wasn't very, how should I say, social? No. What? You were different before we met. 6 years ago, you had long hair. You were a little bit like a monk. But that wasn't helpful either, right? You had the psoriasis on the head. You had to cut your hair short, right? And now it's also white. It's graying rapidly.
Getting old.
You're getting young and old at once. Should we do something else, Darius?
Like?
I don't know. We take suggestions from our viewers. What are you interested in? Do you like this overlay with the TV? It's quite busy. It's a busy overlay. But it's hipster, like Ale said. Ale! What else? Mahdoud, you're not saying anything. I'm not gonna say anything else. Tomorrow evening, unfortunately, I should stress this, unfortunately, there's gonna be no stream. I'm in another city, work related. So only Friday. And what else should I say? Have a good night. See you Friday. It's been nice talking to you. So I bid you farewell. Darius, wave.
Bye bye, all.
Nighty night. Night night. Good night. Good night, people. Thank you for your presence. We shall meet again. Good night. Toodaloo.